And what happened was Darnell tried to look at the copy from last time and the resolution wasn't high enough for him to see it. So I'm not totally sure what that's about, but okay, share your screen, Darnell. And then I think you guys are watching as he does this, because right after Darnell does it, we should switch to Charmaine doing it. And right after Charmaine, we should switch to Adler doing it. And right after those two, I think maybe switch to Tyler if we've got enough room, enough time. All right, so Darnell has opened up the underwriting template. He's gone to the property one rent roll tab. He's going back to the property folder. I'm your narrator. And he's now opening the original rent roll that the broker provided. So he's starting his copy up at the titles, and he's copying all the way down. Charmaine, I hope you don't mind. I muted you just for a second there. You can unmute with any questions. So now he's copied that. Now he's pasting. Now, Darnell, before you paste, stop right there. So why did you pick, and it's hard for me to see too, so correct me if I'm wrong, but you clicked into N3.
Yes.
Okay, who wants to comment? So I'm commenting. Remember how you copied it just now? You started up at the headings, right?
Right. Oh, right. Okay.
So when you paste, yeah, start at the headings. Bingo, right there, N2. That's the way you got to paste this thing. That's the paste point for that. Good, 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 good. Does that make sense when you see that?
Yes.
Good. So now the headers are in the right place and the data's in the right place and you're ready for the next step. Now this is, you're going to do basically 5 things to it. What are you going to do next?
This is where I got lost because I was trying to go by the video, and I know a certain cells I have to I mean I know I have to copy over to the left side.
Okay. So, well, keep everything highlighted just like it is. Don't unhighlight it. This is going to help us a lot if you leave it highlighted.
Okay.
Because now we can do some work on it without having to, the whole highlighting thing takes a few seconds. It's annoying and, you miss it sometimes. So leave it highlighted. Go straight up to format. This is step 1, format. Good. All the way down to clear formatting.
It's 5:45.
Sorry about that, you guys. It's really annoying. It's on my Mac, and the menu to get rid of it is gone, and I can't seem to stop it. So I'm sorry about that time update thing, all right? It goes every 15 minutes, so brace yourself for that. And then, so look, this looks good. Don't unhighlight it yet, because now possibly we can do some other work. I like the 3 things. We want to center everything. Center, center, and center. So start there. Good. Center. Good. Center. Go to the next one. That's good. Go to the next one. Nope, you're doing the same one over and over. Yeah. Good. Center. Good. And center. Next one over. Yep. Actually, it's, yeah. Center, center, and center. I'm really saying it wrong. But that helps you see everything. Now, the only thing we haven't done yet is change the format of the numbers. And when it comes to rent roll, we're going to wait on that. You're actually ready to start cutting and pasting these columns into the columns on the left. So first things first, we want unit type. So highlight that column only, and we're going to cut and paste or copy and paste that in. Now make sure to scroll up. This is one of the fundamental problems right here, because you scroll down. Yeah. Get all the good. So careful now. This one has the header on it also. You got unit type. So go ahead and go right up onto the bedrooms. Go on to C2. Yep. Does that make sense? You want that header right up where that header is. You want the header open up. Paste. Boom. Get rid of that column B. That's extra in there, and I keep writing on my notes to take that out. Right click. Delete. Yeah, cool. All right. That's from another time when I was doing notes. So that's your unit type. Go get square feet. Yeah, where is square feet, huh? Where is square feet? Anybody see it? Address, unit code, unit, tenant name, market rent, base rent. Just click back to your original, Darnell. Is square feet still in the original? Kind of weird. Scroll back up to the headers.
I don't see any square feet in there.
That's weird. We had square feet on this one, right? We've done this one 2 or 3
Yeah.
times.
I can't remember.
What? Click the table 2 down below, Darnell. See that table 2 tab down below? Yeah, what is that? Scroll up. No, it is up. Oh, this is annoying. Oh, we're gonna run into problems right off the bat. Do we have a copy of this rent roll anywhere? That's the copy of the rent roll.
Maybe a miscellaneous folder, or in that first folder.
Let's see what's in that first folder.
This one?
David, this is from a property you uploaded. Any chance you've got the original email anywhere?
That's the rent roll right there. I realizing what happened. If you go back to that first folder,
Yeah.
well, it appears that this is one that's in PDF. When they're in PDF, I send it to my VA and just tell them to turn it to Excel. So maybe something got messed up. So maybe we should look at the original PDF and see if maybe we have to
All
convert
right, open that up.
broker.
We've been using, you did, this is the one you did and showed us on video, and there was definitely square feet in there. I can't see from here. Do you see a square foot column?
No, there's no square foot column in the PDF.
All right.
Maybe we should go back to the original my underwriting template that we was using to see what. I don't know what I did. I don't remember, to be honest with you.
We've hit a snag. Let's see here. Well, you definitely got square feet on that one. I can see it right there. I'm looking at yours, David.
Really? Huh.
Interestingly, nope, not interestingly enough. You've got 800 square feet and 900 square feet. So let's pretend we don't have it, but we looked up in the OM that it's 800 for the 1-1 and 900 for the 2-1. All right, because we may run into this situation again sometime. So, okay, so Darnell, go back into our, keep going, go back to our original tab that we're in, not this one, but the template tab. There you go. Yes. Okay. So skip square feet for a minute. Let's move on to current rent. Grab that column. I see market rent. Do I not see current rent? Move in date, move in. Man, have we like corrupted this or what? Security deposit. I see that.
Is it base rent as per?
Yeah, base rent. Where's that? S, column S.
Oh, what did I just do?
You went to the video tab. There we go.
Said base. Okay.
There we go. Yeah, I'm trying to come up with some excuse why I can't see. It's really tiny on my screen. The resolution's good though. I see the resolution. There you go. Copy.
I can barely see it either because I have to use my phone instead of my computer.
Oh, your phone's gonna be tough. You don't okay.
I'm having a hard time getting the
Oh,
Google.
crap.
Why? What happened?
I forgot to scroll all the way up.
Oh, so just backspace, just undo, right?
Okay.
Yeah, undo. There you go. Good. Yeah, scroll all the way up. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
And market rent. Let's look at that.
rent.
Column R. Charmaine, is the computer not linking up? Like, is it not connecting internet-wise to the copy? Scroll up.
Oh.
Good. All right, let's do status.
You said status?
Status is vacancy. Where's that column that's got vacant in it? It's probably got the tenant names, and then the ones that are vacant have the word vacant in it. I see dates, lease end date. How about tenant name? Go back to tenant name.
Mm-hmm.
How about, is that LMNOPQR? How about Q? Does any of those say vacant on there? There you go. Something's.
There's one vacant, number 4.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like there's 4 of them that should say vacant, and it is tenant name. So grab that tenant name and cut and paste that one in.
Okay.
Okay. All right, I think we're ready. So next step is to sort this, right, David?
Yeah. Well, when you say sort, meaning, oh yeah, yep. So,
Oh, before we do, because of the square feet, though, well, let's see here.
yeah, the square feet.
This is going to take a couple of sorts because I don't remember having to cut and paste in the square feet, but we must have done that because that column seems to be non-existent in this and the PDF. So let's go ahead and, Darnell, let's close down the old cells. So click on O,
O.
column O.
Column O.
Okay. And are you on a Mac or a PC?
I'm on a PC.
What's the command on a PC again? It's hold down shift and
What you doing?
we want to hide these. How
Oh,
do you go all the way to the right on a PC?
So we need to hide this column, you saying?
Yeah, we want to hide not just that column, but we want to hide everything to the right of it. So don't hide it yet.
Oh, okay.
You gotta highlight it and then do
I think it's shift control and then the right arrow.
right arrow. Do shift control right arrow. Hold down shift control and then do right arrow. Okay, good. Now go up, right click on the header Up higher. Nope. The dark, like AG, click on AG. Yeah, right click
Mm-hmm.
and hide. Okay. Did I miss some columns? I'd like to hide that M and N too, if I could. So just repeat the process. Click, okay. You're like, that's it. I'll just do them one at a time at this point, huh? Okay, nice. Go down below it. Let's hide what's below it. So scroll down. Click on row, what is that? 221. Do the whole row. Click over on the 221. No, click on. Yeah, yes. Now, Control Shift down arrow. Good.
Oh man.
Darn. Scroll up so you can see where we are. Click on the 221. Click all the way over on the 221 number. There you go. Control Shift down arrow. Nope, you lost it again. Then unclicked again.
Yeah, I got stiff fingers.
Wow, we were far down
In
there.
the world.
Yeah, honestly, it's like these little things are even more annoying than the actual data sorting. It seems like these kind of formatting things, but if you can close this off, it'll definitely help us. Click on that 221, Control Shift down arrow.
Hey Max, I'm trying to get him back on my computer, but it says I must ask to be let in.
Well, the file's shared with you. What are you in Chrome, Charmaine, in your computer?
Yes.
And if you click on the upper right, can you tell me what account it's signed into for Chrome?
Upper right.
Upper right, it's a circle and it's got a letter in it. It'll say what account you're logged into.
I don't see a circle with a letter in it. I'm trying to get him
Because I'm
get him back
sharing
on
it.
Google Meet.
Yeah, I'm shared with your email, but
It's
the
6
one you're
o'clock.
checking. So I'm shared with franznet1@gmail.
Mm-hmm.
If it says you need permission, then your Google login is possibly in a different account name. Do you have multiple Google accounts?
No, I do, but this isn't one.
Did it work, Darnell?
I did the old fashioned way.
What is the old-fashioned way?
Tap it in.
I highlighted the cells and then I hit them.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take you up on any way you can make it work. Okay, so yeah, I'll do that. So now scroll up to the top left. And let's highlight that area and start to sort now. Okay, so click there. No, I think you should go lower for this. I think you should go to the lower row 3.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want the sort to code over into that header. No, don't code them yet. Let's sort first.
Okay.
So click on that in A3. And then scroll down to the bottom right. Hold down Shift and click in K47. You got to hold Shift when you do it. Okay, do it the old-fashioned way.
Say hold down shift and click.
Yeah, it's already too late. It's already the highlighting's off. Do it the old highlight all the data. Do it the old fashioned way. Go from the top left. Well, I would prefer not to have the header highlighted.
Oh, I didn't realize I highlighted the header. Wait a minute.
And I'm tempted, Darnell, stop sharing your screen. Let me try to share mine.
All right.
You know, the interesting thing I feel like is the challenge right here. It's not even, it's not a data processing issue, right? It's it's just sort of a manipulate the Google Sheets kind of issue you're struggling with. And so I think that somewhere along here, put on your list to either practice those. I'm not sure how to get to that bump. So here's the rent roll. And here now I'm looking at what you just did. So there's what I like to do with these is click on the top left and now scroll to the bottom right. So this is the bottom right. So I have one clicked on that top left and now I'm looking at the bottom right, but I've got to hold down shift key and now click. And now this is all highlighted. See that? Does that make sense, Darnell?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay, you try it. So I'm going to you do it. Click on that A3. There you go. Scroll down to the bottom right. Click on that K47. Well, don't wait. You got to hold down the shift and then click in it. All right, how's it coming? So I can't see your screen, but I don't see you down in
Oh,
that.
hold on a minute. You need me to share it?
Go ahead. All right, you seem to have it all highlighted. Okay, ready? Go up to data. Click sort range. No, don't click it. Go down to sort range, 2 down. One up. Go over to the right. Do advanced options down below. Good. And right now, just pick that column B to sort by so we can sort it by the units. Good. Say sort. So see how all the ones are together and it stops right down there at row 30 and it switches to the twos. So for square feet, I want you to now drop in 800 and D5 or D3, D5. Wait, are you all the way up? Scroll up. Okay.
Say D5.
D3. 800. Enter. Now click on it again. Now drag that all the way down. Get the square on the right. Yep. Drag it all the way down to the bottom of the ones, which is down at row 30. Okay, let go. So there you go. We have 800 square foot for all the 1-1s. Go right below that to 31. Drop in 900 and hit enter. Now you're going to click on it again. Grab the little square. Go all the way down to the bottom of the twos. So in this one, we either lost the column or we knew from the rent roll that this was the square feet of these. Go up a little bit more. Nope, you missed it. Go, yeah. Nice. Good job, sir. Okay. So now we're ready to, we've got it actually sorted by units and by rows. Now I think you're ready to code. Okay, so scroll back up. Start on the left. Okay, what are you going to code that?
T1 F1 square feet.
No.
No. Okay.
Look closer.
No, hold on. No. I'm sorry. T1 type 1 type.
Yes, sir. Yes. Good. And they're all in order. So now grab the square and drag it down just like you did the square feet down the line to row 30. Because those are all T1 types. And this one's relatively simple, you guys. This is just 2 unit types, right? It could be a lot more, but let's just start with this. If we can get this right, then you can do more later, you know? What's this one now? Nice. Good. T2 type. Good. Drag it all the way down. Yep. Good. Scroll back up. Now let's do square feet. Nice. Nice. I like what you've done with the place. Be careful to scroll back up. There you go. Scroll up a little. There you go. Now, do you see what you're looking for? What are you looking for? Okay. I know it's hard to convince you that this can be done in 10 minutes or less, but this can be done in 10. I think you're trying to set for yourself a certain number of times to do this.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be able to do this in 10 minutes or less type thing. Right. And I know that's at the moment, your brain might not think that's possible, but that's possible. What are you looking for this one? There you go. Nice.
Oops.
Darnell, don't mean to throw you off, but while you're doing that, quick question for David or Max or anyone. A lot of times you'll see buildings that maybe have 20 units of approximately the same square feet, but let's say they're off by 50 or 100 square feet, and collectively maybe there's 15 different actual sizes of units. So when that happens, are we going to be doing T1, T2, T3, T4 for each of those 15 different sizes, or would you ever kind of group like sizes, even if they're not exactly the same?
I mean, I would do all 15. Once you go to this link to do the rent roll, do the rent roll. There's 30 different unit types available. And we did that because you'll get some crazy buildings where now on this one, what's this one? This is occupancy. Leave that blank. You're only looking for the vacant ones. Darnell.
Okay.
And remember, you can do control find do Control F. Type in VAC for vacancy. All right. See, there's one. So I'd highlight that row. Go down to, David did this and I like it. Go to row 31. Go over and click on the 31 and go up to the top and make that, a yellow highlighter. So that changed. Yeah.
See the
Undo.
wrong one.
Yeah. Just undo it. Go back to the undo. Just undo once. There you go. And now go straight over and do the bucket. Right next to the A, the bucket. There. Yeah. And I think what you guys are struggling with is just interacting with a spreadsheet. Is a lot of us don't grow up doing this. And so without doing 20 or 30 of these, your brain is just going through it the way our brains do. They just go through going, let me think about it, and I don't know any way around that other than practice. Darnell, as we've been doing this, have you been able to identify what it was that got you hung up when you were practicing this week?
The smaller steps in between with doing the centering,
Okay.
which key was which. Cause it was, like I said, it was hard to see when I was watching it on YouTube.
Got it. Okay. You think after this week you'll be able to practice a couple of these on your own during the week?
Yeah, I think I would. The rest of it was kind of self-explanatory, but just when I was trying to copy and paste and then get everything center right and everything, I just didn't know what was what.
Yeah. What's this menu doing right here? We need a T2. We need a T2 vacant on this. Where's T2? Why is it way up at 30?
I don't know.
Go up to the top. Sometimes you might need to repaste these. Click on another one. Does it have them in there? Click on that one. There you go. That's got it. So what I want you to do is unclick again, click back in the box or click somewhere else. We want to grab the drag copy box, the little copy square.
Mm-hmm.
Grab that. Grab it. Higher. Nope. That's the line. Grab the little square. There. And drag that all the way down. Repaste a whole new, for whatever reason, maybe the menus are corrupt. We're just repasting that menu all the way down this column again. And so part of it is too, you're going for what happens when things go wrong. Like if you all of a sudden, no, you don't have to go up to the top. Just go up to the one where it pasted to down there. You pasted it all the way down. Okay. Make that a T2 vacant.
It's 6:15.
Sorry. So annoying. I know. I can't, you guys, when I Google, how do I turn this off? It goes, go to the menu on your settings, and the menu's gone. So nobody can tell me how to stop it. And I can't turn the volume down or else I can't hear you. So then anyway, I only see one vacant. And I know in the other one, we had 3 vacants. See how your search says 1 of 2. Go up to your up arrow again. Go back to your search. Your find.
Mm-hmm. I think it's reading the same cell, the same row.
So the other thing we can look for, are there any current rents or base rents that are empty? So before we run out of too much more time, keep going to the count. I want you to scroll back up and put the count column in. Let's just get this full one on the record here. Once we've started with this, we might as well keep going. And then, Tyler, as you see this, are you good enough to go from this and practice this week on this?
Yeah, it's the first time I'm seeing the rent roll in comparison to the T12 being pasted in. But I'm in a good spot.
Okay. What I'm worried about then is Charmaine, because I wish I could get you to practice this while we're on. Are you still having trouble sharing it? Okay, where are you, Darnell?
Oh, I'm sell.
What's happening with this? What just happened?
What just happened?
Yeah. What are you doing
Uh,
next? Sorry, let me
oh,
give you a better question here. What happens next, or what? Click on the arrow, and what do you code this? Where's that menu? What are you going to code this one?
um, hmm.
First of all, it's a T1, right?
Right.
You've used,
Oh, I got it.
hey, yes, sir. I figure if I let you get to it, you're going to remember it better. So sorry for that, for letting you hang there and see if you can get it.
That's all right. It's the only way I'm
Okay.
gonna learn.
Okay. Good. Good, good,
So
good.
what it was, a T1 what?
T1 counting, Charmaine. That's the
Count.
counting column. And look up above at the header, up at column K, it says count, right? So it gives you some clues, but you're still trying to practice this enough to see where these are. And the rent roll is obviously far more complicated than the T12. It's trying to track unit types, square footage, current rent, market rent, vacancies, and some sort of counting. 6 different items. That's why you have these 6 different columns, as opposed to, remember, the T12 just had the one column. So let's say it's 6 times more complicated, right? And I would say 10 times, given the different formattings we'll see. We're using one that's formatted well for us. Just imagine how this gets when it's not formatted for us. So Darnell, just click back to the prop 1 tab and let's scroll over and see if it's counting. We probably could have done this earlier. Scroll to the right now, grab that scroll bar and scroll to the right. Yes, good, good, good. Keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going. All right, so we've got something down there. So stop here. So now, just a reminder, turn off the find box. Let's get that out of the way. So click that X on the find box up there.
Fine box.
Yeah, yes. Okay, so see column AX1. See how that top chart is on? We're not using it right now, so we want to turn it off. Good. And now it's going to use the bottom box. Scroll down to the bottom box because now this is filled in for us. And so notice you've got C type down there. You've got down at AF 41-ish. Can't totally see 42-ish. It's got 1s. It's got 20. I can't totally see 28 of those. It's got 800 square foot, and then it's got the total square feet. Looks like percent of total might be something wonked with that. I'm not totally sure about this template, so scroll down for that a little bit more so I can see the bottom. Yeah, it's looks like it's saying unit error, check number of units. So it's given us an error in terms of it's saying 45 units. And did we code in how many units we had originally on this one, Darnell? I forget how many units this is total. This is checking so that the rent roll number of units matches the number of units we put in back in the original underwriting. So, and it says there's an error with that, right? So I'm not sure we have time to troubleshoot it now. Scroll all the way back up to the left, all the way back to the left now. Yeah, just look at how many units do we have in. So what do we have in here? Number of units, 97. Do we have a different rent roll in here or something? Maybe we're using a different rent roll on this, but it's trying to compare the number of units we found with the number of units we typed in. It's a check here for accuracy, right? A lot of times the broker will say it's a 97 unit and you'll go start looking at the rent roll and you can only find so many, you're wondering where are they, right? So that's what it's trying to highlight. And in this case, I'm not sure, even given this property here, I'm not sure what we typed in for that original underwriting.
So Max, I got a question. So you're saying, if I understand you correctly, you're saying once we put in the rent roll, then column D5 would highlight green? Is that what I'm understanding?
No, column D5 is going to check to make sure that our rent roll number of units matches what we typed in for D5.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And it's just trying to highlight you as the user. By the way, something is wrong here if it doesn't match. And so for this one, something is wrong. We got to go back and see if we've got the right rent roll. We got to see how many units are on there, right? It should be a total number of units. So I'm worried about the time. It's 22 after right now. Charmaine, I've got this file shared with the Franznet. Is that the Chrome browser you're in right now? Because that's
Yes.
so, and like if I show you mine, let me just show you this. This is share now. I think I'm bumping your share off right now. Let's see here. Okay, so you know if it's asking for approval and I've already shared it with the email, the one trouble I've seen is this Chrome browser right now. So I'm in this Chrome browser right here, and notice this one's logged in as multifamilygeeks@gmail.com. So when you click this round up here, Charmaine, does it say that Franznet right here?
I can't even see that. Let me see.
It's a
What
round.
did I click? What?
It's a
The
round.
M?
Yeah, yours might say C. They're using M on mine because I'm logged in as multifamilygeeks@gmail.com. You're going to be on
You're
your browser.
muted. I can't hear you.
Well, test, test, test. Can anybody else hear me?
I get you.
Can you hear me now, Charmaine?
I'm sorry. I cannot hear you.
So I'm not muted and other people are hearing me.
Can you hear me, Charmaine?
I think it's
Yeah.
something different.
I can't hear you. Can't hear you. Hello. I cannot hear.
We can hear you.
No. Oh, you can hear me?
Yes.
I don't know why you're. Oh my goodness.
It's frustrating sometimes, huh? Oh man.
Hey Max, it's Adler.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I'm within the Google Docs, right, and I'm viewing a spreadsheet and I do not see the horizontal scroll bar. So how do you scroll to the right if you're on the leftmost side of the spreadsheet?
I do not know. You don't see the scroll bar
Yeah, the horizontal scroll bar. Yeah.
and you're using Chrome.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm going to tell you to Google that.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, that's my best friend is Googling, why is this happening? Why is that happening? Charmaine, can you hear
Okay.
me now? Any chance?
I can't. I know you're saying something to me, but I cannot hear you.
You're getting good at reading lips. If we can learn to underwrite from reading lips, this is going to be amazing. So we're really stacking hard on top of difficult, and it's tough. The only thing I can say is if, are you hearing what I'm saying about how, your different browsers and Chrome can be logged in under different names? And if the shared one doesn't match what you're logged in as, then it will say you need permission. And just as an example, I've got like 4 windows open. This one's logged in as a different Google user. This is aclevel42@gmail. It's one of my personal email. This one's logged in as, what else can I show you? This one's logged in as my Max at multifamilygeeks@gmail.com. That's our work page.
Yay! I get it.
Oh man.
Oh goodness.
Do you have 2 devices on, Charmaine? Okay, mute
Yeah.
one of them.
Whoa. Ouch. There you go.
Okay, mute one of them. And
And she cannot hear us.
now unmute that one. Now unmute.
There you
Okay.
go.
How's that?
Finally.
So, Charmaine, that's the only thing I can say is if your Chrome browser is not logged in under the same same email as the one that it shared with was the FranzNet. That's when that error pops up. But you're telling me you're clicking on this circle and it says FranzNet?
That's the only one with the crown.
So I can check here maybe.
No, I'm fine now. It's on my computer now.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah,
All right. All right. All
There you
right.
go.
yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, I
'Cause
appreciate
I
that
couldn't
because
see
I
a
didn't know how to
thing.
solve it. So thank you for that. Well, so Adler, have
Yes.
you seen enough to cut and paste and try to do this from what you've seen tonight?
Yeah, I will try to do that. Yeah, because I've done it the other night too. So it's
Okay.
a little struggle, but I was able to do it. But
So I think that's kind of our plan for the moment. And I'm worried about, what happens is when we get underwriters on different levels, we almost need sort of like a basic group versus a more advanced group where I can separate out underwriters to go, hey, this underwriter is struggling with different issues than this one, right? So I'm
yeah,
under a little bit of a challenge and I don't quite know how to solve it at the moment. But I think what you're trying to do is master two skills. One, can I paste the T12 and code it? And that's a little bit easier. Let's call that a difficulty level of 5. And then number 2, can I paste and code the rent roll? And let's call that a difficult level of 10. Okay. And then finally, once you do both of those, now we really need to get back to the third skill is let's look at the whole underwriting and look at what it says. And do I have
yes,
the right, rent roll box turned on or off for my purposes? And now you're dealing with, can I master this underwriting template once all the data's in, right? Because that's sort of a separate skill there too.
it's
And there
absolutely
might be a fourth level, what David and I are always asking is, and the rest of you are asking is, what do you put those settings on? Are we going to set rent to grow by 10% next year? Is that really what, now you're into the real challenge of underwriting. I can make any underwriting work if I just set rent growth at the right number.
right.
If I set rent growth to be 20%, any property is going to work. So, but is that realistic? And now you're into the ephemerals of underwriting where your judgment as an underwriter is kind of the only thing you've got. What are you going to bid on that property? What are you willing to pay for it right now?
That's
And
right.
the question.
Yep.
That's the real tough question. And I don't know
Yeah.
if anybody's going to be able to answer that for you other than you and your sponsor.
That's correct.
And, so look, I think you're making a checklist for yourself to have I mastered, cutting and pasting the T12 and then focus on that, do as much as you can to get good at it, because that'll get you through a lot of underwritings right there.
Mhm.
Then you need that next step. Can I cut and paste and code that rent roll? And now that's the next step. And you don't need to cut and paste that. The template's got that top box where you can just put in the summary from the OM. You don't have to do this cut and paste to the
It's
rent roll.
6:30.
In fact, you're probably only cutting and pasting the rent roll on properties that look good to you after you do the T12 and you go, yeah, it's a cash on cash of 8 or 9. Now I'd really like to see the rest of this and see what that
Right.
IRR is, right? So there's a sort of stepped up difficulty level of moving through the underwriting. And I think that's kind of where each and every one of you are at a slightly different place on. And then that's the struggle of this call is, you're never ever are we going to be at the exact same place altogether. So you're watching someone on who's either more advanced than you or less advanced than you, and then you're trying to reconcile how you can make use of the time to be productive for your level, right?
And Max, I have a question. Now, if you were given a list of properties, right? The first thing that you want to do is which among these is the most viable one based on certain minimum number of criteria. Once you have identified that first cut set, then you go into the detail now. That depends on what type of template you're doing because not all templates are the same. Some templates can show more detail about the property than the other templates. But most of them will show cap rate and so on and so forth. So it used to be that what I usually do is I use first the Lindell property to get an idea what's the cap rate, the cash on cash return, and if it looks good, then I will go to the O'Brien or to some other template to get a more profile detail about the property, like what are the IRRs and so on and so forth. Yeah.
Yeah, but you're kind of dealing with that same old question. How do I figure out which property to underwrite?
Yeah.
It's not an answerable question in my
No, it's not.
opinion.
No, no.
You can't answer it because, and I would not use the Lindahl to be your first cut. It's not a fair underwriting template for a first cut. And I'll just give you a simple example. It would be things like the, well, let's put it this way. I could take the MFG and cut and paste in the T12, and you could go at the Lindahl and do it your old way. And I can cut and paste the T12 and code it. If I've practiced 20 or more of these, I can do it in about the time it takes to be on a call with the broker. I
Okay.
mean, I can. So why would you use that one that's going to take you 30 minutes to do? How long does it take you to do that one? 15, 20, 30 minutes?
Well, less than 30 minutes for the Lindell.
So I can code the T12 on the MFG in 5 to 10 minutes.
Okay.
And it's more accurate. And it's got things in it like gross potential rent, loss to lease, which the Lindahl doesn't. It's got
Yeah.
things in it like good other income versus bad other income, and the ability to percent out what you want to control for that.
But
So I
that's what
think you're kind of, I think the only answer is you got to pick a system that you can underwrite quickly and you can move through a full underwriting in a reasonable amount of time. And the
okay.
Lindahl is not a good option for that.
No, it's not. Yeah.
I'd pick the O'Brien over the Lindahl. At least it's going to give you a better, for the time you spend, it's going to give you a better view. I mean, I still think the MFG is your template of choice once you learn how to use it. But it does appear that the coding is got you in a steeper learning curve,
Yeah.
possibly.
For me, it is because I'm still trying to understand, to get familiarized with the manipulation of the spreadsheet, like control something, control shift. You know what I mean? But once I get past that, I think it should be okay.
Yeah. Well, so what are you guys going to work on this week? Adler, what's your homework for the next week?
Well, for this class, I have to do the rent roll portion of the MFG template. I have to be familiar. I have to get familiar with that, with the manipulation of using the Excel spreadsheet, because that seems to be my problem. How do you move the blah blah blah
Right. Are you going to practice that on the T12 or the rent roll?
on the rent roll?
Okay, good, because that's what we've seen most recently, and that's what your brain
Yeah.
should be on right now.
Yeah.
That would be my opinion for you too. Darnell, what
Yeah.
are you going to practice?
You're on mute. Can't hear you.
I can read lips though. He said he's going to practice the rent roll.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I just rent roll because the T12.
Yeah. Okay, Charmaine, what are you going to practice this week?
I have to do both
Okay.
T12 and rental,
I mean, fair
because
enough. But
I'm not familiar with this, so with your MF, so
yeah.
I have to do both.
Okay.
And the good thing about it is I'm now doing it from my TV screen and the
Okay.
computer at the same time. So
Good. Okay. So I would keep pushing for, even Tyler. I'm not sure what David's working on because he's, I think, more advanced. But, I would just push for, because we saw the rent roll this week, push to practice the rent roll this week and
Mhm.
push to do it to, keep making fresh copies of that template, just like Darnell named it 04A, make a 04B and C and D, and just go at it and just do it 2, 3, 4 times where you sort of at least get one down where you can run through the process. I think that's your challenge right now. And remember that, just to reorient your thinking, that 100 underwriting certificate, which is a figurative certificate, I don't print them and send them out or anything, but that's really a number you're trying to hit. I don't think till you do 100 underwritings does your brain start to grasp what we're talking about. And I think Lindahl and a lot of us are crazy for taking normal people off the street like us going, oh, by the way, you can underwrite a multifamily property. This is what finance majors do, and we're doing this. So you need some leniency on yourself to go, hey, 100 of these, it's not going to be that easy. I'm going to plug through 3 to 5 a week, and don't get frustrated because you're being asked to do something that is, that's upper level investment stuff. But I would argue, I don't care what investment you go into, if you've underwritten these kind of properties, you get what underwriting's about, and you now can look at just about any investment and go, let me think through it from this perspective. I may not be able to run the numbers on oil and gas, but I get what underwriting is. I know what it is to do a full underwriting on an asset, right? So I think the lesson and the exercise is every bit worth it for what we want to do in our lives, which is become full-time investors, right? You're rolling down that road, and it's taken our brains from a place that we may never have thought of before and shifting it to a different place. So, and then I think you may not be the underwriter on the team, but you need to understand what the underwriter on the team is going through, So
Yeah.
It's true.
anyway, that's my pep talk. Is it working?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and I like the idea if you can get together out of class, like if you can team up, with somebody and go through those numbers one at a time, with somebody showing their screen and doing it while the other person says, nope, move it there, go up, nope, oh, do this, oh, what happened there? No, it just takes teamwork to kind of get through it. So
Now, I know that there's a worksheet with list of videos to watch. Are those videos updated always, Max?
So speaking of that, I forgot that let's turn this one off. Every time I record these, I drop